All right, good. So we're recording. Don't worry, you guys. No one is going to be able to see you, only me. So don't worry about that. If you're in pajamas or you don't have clothes on, it's just me. So I'm a little bit early. I'm going to give 2 minutes to wait. Hi, Jen. You can just type in the chat, Jen, if you have questions or if you want to say hi, or whatever you want to do, you can just type in the chat. I don't know if you'll be able to type in the chat from your phone, but I feel like there might be a way. Yay. Okay, good. This is good. I never did one like this before. Whenever I do it like this, I usually do it where it also goes like on Facebook, but this is good because now I can see your questions and you guys can type along the way. So I'm going to start talking in like 3 minutes about coaching and my story and all that jazz. I promise I'm gonna keep this whole thing under 30 minutes so that you guys can, go on with your evening. And I'm gonna get you all the information. But if any questions come up as I'm talking, by all means, just type in the chat and we can answer them. Okay, cool. So we're a little bit early. I was gonna put music on, but I feel like maybe I won't because we only have like 2 minutes. Should I put us on? You know what I'll do? I'll put my favorite. Oh, it's not going to work. I want to put my favorite song on for you. But I can't put it on my Alexa, but I'll just put it on here so you guys can listen. This is, if you guys watch Schitt's Creek, does anybody watch Schitt's Creek? It's like obsessed with it. So this is my favorite song. It's from, if you watch that show, you know it. I'm going to play it while we wait. Could you guys hear this?
I want to dedicate this next song to a very special someone in my life.
So good.
David Rose.
Can you hear it? The song? Never watched it, but everyone talks about it. Watch it. It's on Netflix.
I call you when I need you.
I literally want to cry when I hear this song. It's from the scene, I remember it, but I just listen to it. So good.
You come to me.
Favorite song.
Give me everything I
played it like 40 times in the last
Give me a lifetime of promises and a
day.
world of dreams.
Hey guys, I'm going to start in 2 minutes. I'm playing you my favorite song right now from Schitt's Creek.
It can't be wrong.
And if you don't watch Schitt's Creek, you should.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart.
Yay!
I hang on every word you say.
So when you guys have questions, we started at 8:32. I'm gonna try to be done by 9. I promise.
I see it started every night and every day.
Hopefully, no one's having issues getting on.
Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I can be in no better place. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart.
So, okay. Word to say. That's Simply the Best by Noah Reid. If you need to listen to it yourself, you can find it on Pandora. Anyway, okay, so I guess I'll get started. I just put some little notes down of things I wanted to remember to mention while I'm chatting. So if you see me glancing at my phone, that's what it's for. I can't see you guys. You can see me, so it doesn't matter what you look like. You can be in pajamas. You can be naked. Doesn't matter. No one can see you. If you have questions while I'm talking, by all means, type in the chat, and I'll answer them. And I'm going to the reason I'm doing this call is I used to do these calls all the time, like the first couple of years of my business. I've been doing this now for 7 years, you guys, which is nuts, bananas. And it's a new decade. And when I reflect back on this decade, by far, this might sound so crazy to you guys, but I swear to you, the thing that had the biggest impact on my life, and keep in mind the last decade, I got married, I had children, I bought homes, was coaching. I swear to God, that is the truth, because it changed me. And this sounds so cliche and bullshit, but I promise you on my life, this is true. It changed who I am. to the core. It made me believe that it taught me to set goals. It made me believe that I can accomplish anything. It made me a confident person. It made me go from someone who would be jealous of other people to someone that can fully be proud of and happy for other people. It made me go from feeling like an inferior partner in my marriage to feeling like an equal, and sometimes even like the stronger partner in the marriage. It gave me confidence. You guys, who I was 10 years ago or 8 years ago before I started this compared to who I am now are completely different people, and I'm a way better person now, and it is fully because of coaching. And that is something that, I mean, of course, listen, I make a great income from coaching, and that's great, and it is amazing, and I feel really lucky that that's a way I'm able to make work full time from where you're looking at, which is in my bedroom right now, like a little section of my bedroom, which is my office, while I'm mostly home with my kids. But more than that, the person I've become is something I'm so proud of, and something that I want to teach other people to be able to do. And it's all part of like this coaching package. Of course, also, it's also given me the most healthy relationship with food, the best, I'm most comfortable and confident in my body than I've ever been in my whole life. I have the best relationships that I've ever had with everyone, family, friends, you guys, my clients, my coaches, everybody, all because of the person I've been able to become through coaching. So most of you guys, for the names I recognize that are on here, you guys know that what coaching is, because you're working with a coach, you're in one of our groups, you see what we do. And in a lot of cases, I handpicked you guys to be on this call because I know that you will kick ass at this. And my best coaches throughout all of these years, and you guys, I have helped coaches retire from their full-time jobs because they made enough income and that they want to stay home with their children. I've helped coaches make income as a part-time job that matches their full-time job or exceeds it, but still continue with their full-time job because they love it. Like, they love their full-time job and this job. Guys, this opportunity can be anything you want it to be if you're consistent with it and you want to go all in and make it a business. So there is like no roof on this. Like, you can literally make it whatever you want. There are coaches that make 6 figures a week, like, for real. So whatever you want to make it, you can make it. I want to give you guys a little bit about my story, and I'm literally going to set a timer because I don't want to go too far. I could talk about my story for a long time and I don't want to bore you. So I'm going to set up for 5 minutes, tell you how this all happened for me and how I wound up here. Maybe you guys will see some similarities in yourself. I set a timer for 5 minutes. When it beeps, no matter where I am, I'm stopping so that I don't wind up talking for 30 minutes about myself. So this all started when I was, I worked full time in Manhattan. I went to school for marketing. I worked at Nielsen Business Media. So I worked for the digital side doing marketing. I was associate director of marketing for Billboard Magazine, The Hollywood Reporter, and all the titles that they have, some that you won't even know, like little trade magazines, B2B magazines, convenience store news, that kind of thing. And I worked on their digital marketing. This was like when SEO was like just starting. Social media was like not even really like a way that people used to promote businesses yet. And that's what my job was. I worked full time. I was not unhappy there at all. I had a great boss. I literally worked 9 to 5. Like, I was in and out. I had great coworkers. It was good. I was moving my way up the corporate ladder. I got promoted. I worked there. I worked in the field for about 7 years. I think from when I graduated, I started working until I had my first daughter, doing that job. And it was fine. It was fine. Like, the commute was fine. It was everything I thought that I wanted in my life. Like, it was all the things I worked for. I got to, all the things I pictured when I went to college, and I wanted to be like this corporate Manhattan, like fancy, whatever, right? Sex in the City. So that I was doing all those things. I was checking all those boxes. It was good. But there was definitely like something missing. Like, I wasn't like helping people. I wasn't like changing lives. I wasn't getting like filling my soul. That sounds so freaking cheesy even for me, right? But it's true. Like there was something missing, right? And I think most of the population just lives with things missing, and it's okay, right? Fine. And I didn't know at that time that like it was just like day in, day out. Like you get your paycheck, it's fine, all is well. Okay. Got married, got pregnant with my first daughter, who is now 9. And we both knew when I got pregnant with her, I didn't want to go back to work full time, but I also knew for myself that I didn't want to do nothing. I felt like it would be a mistake for me. So I wound up, while I was still working full time, buying this Mommy Me fitness franchise called Stroller Strides, where you teach moms and their babies with the strollers. You teach them, oh my God, I got to talk quicker. Oh my God, I have 2 minutes left. Do you see how this happens? Where you teach mommies and babies with their strollers how to work out. And you just give them, you teach them. And I had my daughter in her stroller and I started with that. That was my business. I got pre and postnatal certified and I was like, this will be great. I'll be home with her. I'll still make an income and I'll have like my own thing. Well, it was great. I made all my friends from this neighborhood because I didn't like grow up here. I live in Brooklyn. I grew up in Long Island. I didn't have any friends here with babies. I was alone. It helped me form this really great community of moms, but I definitely didn't make money. Like, I mean, it was a very, very minimal money. Because it was like how many people could come to your 9:30 class in Brooklyn. Like it's not like a money-making business. It's just really not. But through that, then I had my second daughter. I still own this business. I ran classes, it was fun. It was great until it wasn't. And it became more of a hassle because my kids were getting too big. They wouldn't stay in the stroller. I need to hire a babysitter. Between hiring the babysitter and going to the class, it just wasn't like enough money. It wasn't worth it. I still felt like I was making no money because anytime I needed anything, I had to ask for money, which is, for me, was awful. Like I always worked since I was in high school. I never had to like really ask for money, even from my parents. And then to be a grown up with my children and having to ask my husband for money was like a nightmare for me. I hated it. And every time that anything happened in like life where I was supposed to have an opinion, like where he'd ask, oh, do you like this or that? Do you want this or that? Like I always felt like I should choose the cheaper one. Like I always felt like I wasn't like, my opinion didn't really matter because I wasn't bringing income in. And it just felt shitty, right? Anyway, I decided to start coaching when I couldn't lose my own baby weight. I literally was doing all the things that you would try and I couldn't do it. And I was teaching these classes and I was embarrassed that I was teaching people these fitness classes and I still had all this weight to lose. And it just was like super not comfortable. I tried an at-home program because it was literally the only thing I could do that, like with my kids at home. They were still babies. Oh my God, see what happens? I'm giving you one more minute. They were still babies. Is that okay, you guys? I'm going to give one more minute. So I figured I had nothing else to lose but to try this. I saw a girl posting on social media and I tried it. And when it worked, I literally didn't even realize how good it was working until I compared my before and after pictures. And if you guys are in my groups, you know that I stalk you about your before pictures because you won't even know how far you've come if you don't have something to look back on to compare it to. And I know it's so uncomfortable to do it because I know for the most part, when you're taking those before photos, you're in a bad place and you just don't even want to like look in the mirror. But when you get to compare that after to that before, your life can change. And that's what happened to me. So I took that photo, my after photo, and I put it next to my before photo. And I literally, my jaw dropped. I sent it to my husband. I was like, can you even imagine that this is real? And that's when my business was born because I had to share with other moms that I knew felt stuck and like a prisoner like I did in your own body and you felt like everything you're doing isn't working. You can't get out to all these classes anymore. Like you have babies at home. You're like the sole like caregiver for the most part. If you have a partner that's working, regular hours. And it just was like a moment that I knew I needed to pay it forward. And that's when my business was born. And that's why, because I fully believed in it and I went all in with it. And I wanted to share with everybody how it could change their life. That's why I like to work with my clients that are already killing it to become coaches because they already believe in it. They already know what this community, what these programs, what this package can do for people. So people ask often, I get this question all the time from just like random people, like, how'd you learn how to like market yourself so good? Like, how are you so good at this? And I always give the same answer. And it's always, when you believe fully in something, it's not marketing it, it's sharing something you love. If you guys follow me, you know, I share lots of things I love that I don't get paid for at all. It's like just a natural thing. I want people to benefit the way I benefit from the things I love. So that's why I share them. And that's why I want you guys to do this too. Those ones I handpicked to be in this group, because I know that you guys will naturally be able to share. And I see how you're killing it in the groups already. And it's like, hello, you're already doing these behaviors. So many of you are even like, oh, my friends want to sign up. What, you know, like, I'm going to give them your name. And I'm like, no, you need to sign them up because you're coaching our group already. So many of you guys are already like commenting, like when people in the group are asking a question, you give them better answers than I could even come up with. I'm like, what? You need to be coaching. And aside from like me knowing it's going to change your life, ways that you guys cannot even like, you literally cannot wrap your head around. Like if you would have told me, you know, before I started this, that I'd be like a vision board making person that wakes up at 5 a.m. every day and works out and writes in a gratitude journal and like, you know, reads personal development and like does all these things, I would literally laugh in your face. Like I was a person that the alarm went off, I wanted to cry, I could not get out of bed. Like I was that person. All of these things have improved all of our lives to a degree that like I can't even explain to you, and that you won't understand until you're living it. But part of coaching is naturally becoming the best version of yourself. And it just happens when you do the things that they tell you to do and the things that I'm going to teach you to do when you become a coach. And outside of like the extra income, and I'm not telling you like quit your job and become a coach. This can by all means, and for so many people, it always remains a part-time thing, but it can still be an extra stream of revenue. It can be just a positive influence in your life. It could be a way that you're filling that one hole that maybe your job's not, which is like, you know, helping people and like, you know, filling your soul, right? Like giving you that thing that makes you want to keep going. Like when you get messages from your clients that you sign up that say like, you changed my life. I never thought that I would be in these pants. I never thought that I'd be able to run a race. I never thought that I would be in a bathing suit again. And you help that person do that. I mean, there's not many things that feel better than that, right? So whew, that's that. Okay, so my timer went off. I have a couple of notes of what I want to say. That's kind of my story in a nutshell. Obviously, there's way more to it. I can talk about just my story for like 2 hours, but I'm not going to put you through that. The bottom line is, it changed my life. It changed who I am. It changed who my husband is. He also lost 50 pounds along the way with me on this journey and has kept it off for years. He also does all these things that I do, like makes vision boards and wakes up early and meditates and does all these things. And guys, he's like a Brooklyn guy with like a hardcore Brooklyn accent who's like, you know, an investment, like, you know, owns a brokerage firm, like not a person you would see that you would ever imagine doing these things, and was opposite when we got married, like total opposite. And we together have changed for the better. And this is how our kids are going to grow up seeing this. And this is like normal to them. It is beyond a blessing, like beyond. Like when today I was thinking like, all right, what am I going to tell them on this call? And then like this whole, like all these thoughts came to me, like, who would I even be if I don't even know if I'd still, like, I hate to say this and it's really crazy, but I don't even know if I would like still be married. I don't even know where my life would be at this point, because it was very difficult when I had to depend on him for money. And there were just, when I had to like wait for him to get home to go to the gym and he would be late, like the fights and like the resentment and the things going on in our marriage were bad. And this whole opportunity has like made us grow so much closer together. I can't even explain it. Okay, so I'm going to look at your questions. I just want to make sure I didn't leave anything out. Okay. Oh, and the other reason that I handpicked most of you guys to be on this is because I selfishly, like, I want to work with you guys. Like, I like to work with people that I know are all in, and I know that the people I invited to be on this call are those people. And another benefit to coaching is that you, outside of like obviously the income and helping people, and like it's the next level of accountability for your own, like your own fitness and health and nutrition. So that's awesome. But you also earn free trips, and it would be pretty fun to be like poolside with you guys on a free trip, you know, in like Mexico next year. And it's totally possible. My husband and I use those free trips. Like you can bring your kids too, but we usually use them as our own free trips. So like every March, April, whenever it is, this year it's March, we go away together, just us two, and they pay for it. It's free and it's amazing and it's all inclusive. And some other coaches come. There's different waves. So sometimes we're not always on the same one. You can pick, but like, you know, some people's dates don't always work together. And then you and your husband and your coaches and their husbands, like you all can hang out together and do dinners together and hang out at the pool. And it's amazing. And there's also this thing called Coach Summit, which is every summer. And it's like a learning thing. And where they like award like top coaches, and you get to work out with the trainers that you've been working out with all this time, but in real life. And we all just get to like bond. That is not a family thing. That, you know, we usually just go us and we share rooms with each other. And this year it's in New Orleans and it's in July. And if you guys are signing up to be coaches, I'm going to pressure you to come, because we had it in New Orleans already, like, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. And it was freaking amazing. Obviously we go out at night, we go to dinners, and we have an amazing time, like just bonding with the team. So it's just also that, like that other like community that you get with your coaches that you get to build is so great. Like you get to have the coolest coworkers ever. The coolest boss. No, you'd be your own boss. I would just be your help, like the person that helps you along the way. All right. So that's my story. And that's kind of like the idea of it. So if you guys have questions at all along the way, just type them. We have 11 minutes left, because I promise I want you to be off by 9, unless like if you still have questions, obviously I can stay on. So one question, and then I'm going to move on to the next part about like what coaching is and what you do and how you make money from it. And then next steps. And that's all I have to share outside of questions. So was I a social media poster before coaching? Before I started coaching, I was just like everybody else back then who randomly would post here and there, whatever was going on. Like I definitely didn't have a lot of followers. That was something I built up with this business. I didn't even have an Instagram. Instagram wasn't even a thing back then. My business was built solely on Facebook back in the day. Now, obviously I use Instagram a lot, and I'll teach you guys everything that I know. Like, don't think that part of joining like a top team, like it matters, just like where it matters. Like when you're signing up with a coach as a client, it matters which coach you're signing up with. Like some coaches are going to be amazing, and some coaches you're going to sign up with them and you're never going to hear from them again. And you're going to be like, oh, I just got this package. What am I even doing with it? And it's going to suck. And that's the same thing when you're signing up as a coach to coach, right? Like when you're signing up as a coach on a team that's a top team in the company year after year after year, which we are, you're going to have like way more help. You're going to have access to like amazing tools and tips and tricks and trainings that we created throughout the years. I'm actually working on a brand new one for new coaches. So if you guys sign up, you guys will have access to that first, where, you know, I'll walk you through everything you need to know. And I have like a private chat for my coaches where we check in every single day. I answer all your questions. I get you guys like up and going hardcore until you really are confident with leading, and then you get to lead your own team. Kind of like how you join the challenge group and you're in there and you're seeing how it all goes. And then, you know, when you first start out, you have an option of either putting people into the same challenge group as I have, if you're my coach, or starting your own, or joining forces with somebody else and doing it together. Like, okay, me and you, let's start our own challenge group. Totally up to you. Okay, what else? If you have questions, you guys, reminder, just type them right on into that chat box. Oh, for me, it's over there. I don't know where it is for you. Okay, so what coaching really is all boils down to what like corporate calls the 4 vital behaviors, which are, I'm just going to tell you the 4 vital behaviors really quick. Being a product of the product is the first and the most important. And again, the reason that I usually like and always find that my most successful coaches come from my challenge groups, from people that are kicking ass. And so the 4 vital behaviors are being a product of the product, which means you're already drinking the shakes, you're already doing the workouts, you're already following the meal plan, and you're already getting results. You wind up being like a walking billboard, which is why so many of you are like, oh, my friends are asking me what I'm doing. You know, that's going to continue to happen when you're being a product of the product. A, you get to be a walking billboard. B, you believe in it. C, you understand it. D, you can answer questions about it. There's so many reasons why being a product of the product is so important to this business. And the first of the 4 vital behaviors. The second one is personal development. So you guys know every morning I wake up and I read a book. This book I'm reading, I'm almost done. I'm so sad. I want to like restart it, but I'm not gonna. It's called The 5 a.m. Club. And I love it. But your personal development books could be about specific things on building your business, or it could be about just like the 5 a.m. Club's not really necessarily about building your business. It's more about getting better as a human being, kind of, I think. And so there's so many. I mean, I'll help you guys choose your first one. I have a couple that I always suggest to my new coaches that I love. The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, top favorite for me. That's like a business book. Also just like a getting better as a human being person book, right? I love The Miracle Morning, similar to the 5 a.m. Club. Anyway, The Energy Bus, there's so many that I can recommend because all these years I've been doing it and reading these books. I literally spend 10 minutes. I take my Energize and then I read for 10 minutes until I like feel the tingle, and then I work out, and then I can check those 2 boxes off for the day. Product of the product, personal development. The third one is inviting people, connecting with people, sharing with people. Sharing is really the best way to say it. Sharing all of these things, right? Like I'm telling you right now, paying it forward, you guys. I think a lot of people get so scared about inviting people. I think about this all the time. That's why I'm not scared to share this with you guys right now. I'm not scared to ever share any of it with you because it changed my life for the better. Like, why would I not? Like, it would be shitty of me not to share with you something that changed my life for the better. I want to share it with everybody because I know, I don't think, I don't guess, I'm not unsure. I know that what I have will change your life if you let it. 100%, no question about it. Period, end of story, the end. I know that. So why would I not want to share that? Why would I not say to you, like, you should do this with me? Right? I mean, it's that simple. I'll tell you, like, oh my God, I love this skincare line. I use it all the time. I love this mascara. It's like my favorite thing ever. I love this brand of nail polish. I love this makeup, whatever, this shampoo. I love this hairdresser, things that I love. Why would I not share the thing that helped me the most in my life with the most important thing that we all have? 2 of the most important things that I think the most important things we have in our lives are health and our like the time. Health and time. Those are the 2 most important things we have in our life. And this business gave me both. It gave me time to live how I want to live. I can be with my family. I can go home. Today is a random Thursday. I went to my hometown and I spent the whole day with my best friend that I grew up with. And I do that every week. She's a stay-at-home mom right now. She's a lawyer, but she's a stay-at-home mom at the moment. She has 2 little babies. I go home once a week. I spend time with my mother. I spend time with my father. I have alone time with them. I am here for my children in the morning and the night. I pick them up. I drop them off. I don't miss a play. I don't miss a show. I don't miss if they have to have a sick day. It's never a problem. I'm able to be. Tomorrow I'm going. My husband's building in downtown Brooklyn. Like developing. It's like a side job of his. Tomorrow I'm going to meet him at 11 a.m. and go look at the building. These are things that I have the freedom to do because of this business. The time that I get to have the way I want to live my life and not the way that a boss is telling me to live my life, that's a gift, right? Why would I not want to share that? Right? I only have 4 minutes left. Okay. So, and health. With like, think about even when you have a cold, like literally think about when you have a cold. Life sucks, right? Imagine if you had something worse. What else matters when you're sick? Nothing. Nothing else matters. So our health and our time are definitely 2 of the most important, to me, the most important things that we have. And they're things that this business has given me, and they're things that I want you all to have. And that's why I will never, ever have trouble sharing this. And I hope that you guys won't either if you decide to join the team. And the last thing in the 4 vital behaviors is recognition. So just cheering people on, like that's the best part of the job. You get to like cheer people on every day. Think about like your normal day-to-day life. You're a mom, you work in an office, whatever, you're a nurse, whatever your thing is, right? Whatever your job is, whatever your life is, you're a stay-at-home mom, it doesn't matter, right? Whatever it is, how many people are cheering you on? How many people are telling you, good job today, right? Especially if you're a stay-at-home mom. You hear that 0 times. I actually hear from my daughter like pretty much like 30 times a day that I'm the worst. Literally those words. You are the worst. You are the worst. That's what she tells me. She just told me that like 10 times. So when someone, even out there in the virtual world, when your coach is saying, everybody give a round of applause to Kiki, everybody give a round of applause to Laura, to Nicole, to Sarah, to Shannon, she got into her pre-pregnancy pants, or she, you know, lost her first 5 pounds, or she did her first workout today, whatever it is. Or when if you're a coach and you have other coaches, which we'll talk about that another time. Oh my God, I have 2 minutes. You can cheer on your other coaches. Like, everybody give a round of applause to Laura. She helped her first person get started today on their fitness journey. There are so many things when you are looking for it to cheer people on for that go so long in their life. Like, it really, really matters to them. Like, you may be like, that's so stupid, who cares? It will matter to them. Trust me, it will. So those are the 4 vital behaviors: being a product of the product, personal development, inviting, sharing, the opportunity, the all of it, and recognition. Okay, that is the nutshell of what coaching is. So as you can tell, those things make you into the best version of yourself when you're doing them consistently. Okay, so then the last part is next steps. Oh, how you make money. So the first, okay, I'm gonna do this all in like literally, like I'm gonna do this all in 30 seconds each. How you make money, next steps. Those are my 2 things. How you make money. In the beginning, the way you make money is you make 25% of everything that you sell. So every challenge pack you sell, basically you make like $50 from. So if you sign up 5 people in your first month, you'll make $250 that first month, okay? Keep in mind, everything that they ever buy and everything that ever ships like under you, you get 25% of. So if you sign up those first 5 people and they stay on shakes, next month they get shakes also. Every time their shakes ship, you'll get $30. So if you sign up 5 people your first month, you get $250. Your second month, you sign another 5 people, you'll get $250 plus the 30 times 5 from that first month. So that's another $150. So that second month, you'll make $400. Get it? So that's how it all starts. 25% of what you sell. Obviously, I don't make multiple 6 figures from selling millions of dollars worth of things, because that would be a lot of work, but a lot of selling. So once you start coaching, and I'll be sharing more of this with you if you decide to sign up with us, is the next steps is growing your team. Like, as I am right now, you guys will sign up, you'll be my coaches. And the simplest way to think about this is, once you get your coaches signed up and you start teaching them and they sell and they're on your team and you get to work together and all these things and help more people, you basically make like 10% of everything they sell. You're not taking 10% of their 25. They'll always get 25. You'll always get 25 of everything you sell. And then you get 10% of every person that's under you, what they sell. So if you sign up 5 coaches and they sign up 5 coaches, you get 10% of everything all of them sell. So that's what winds up adding up to becoming a lot, because, you know, over time you wind up helping a lot of people. They're really good. They want their friends to sign up. This one signs up, and then so on and so on. And keep in mind, it's still a job. Like, there's still things, like, not every day do I want to wake up and do stuff, but I do it because it's my business. So at the end of the day, like, I love it. I'm more grateful for this than, you guys can tell, I'm sure, by how I'm talking, but it is still a job, and you do have to be consistent, and to build your business to a point where you're making like a good income takes time and it takes consistency, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. And then the last thing is next steps. Okay, it's 9:01, so I'm only 1 minute late. Next steps are, you would sign up. So the way to sign up, there's 2 ways to sign up. One is you pay $39, you sign up. That's it. You're a coach. The second way is you do it with a challenge pack. So if you buy a challenge pack, the $39 fee is waived and you don't have to pay it. Challenge packs, I hope you guys all know, and maybe some of you are brand new, I don't know. I can't tell because some of you just have first names, is you would do a challenge pack is like shakes or Energize and Recover with any of the programs. So if you need to unlock BOD or a 3-day refresh or 2B mindset or whatever, any of those things combined are a challenge pack, and that waives the coach sign up fee. So those are the 2 ways you sign up to become a coach. Once you sign up to become a coach, I'm going to do a Getting Started Right call with all of you guys on Monday night, whoever signs up. And then it'll be like this again, but I'll see you and you'll see me. And we'll go through the steps of like what you do to get started. I'll put you in probably, the way I like to do it is like pods with other people so that we can all work together and move forward like that. But we don't need to think about those details until you're sure you want to sign up. Now is the question portion. I'm going to give you guys a minute or two to type any questions about absolutely anything that I said. You can ask me whatever you want. I'm happy to share with you. So just type away. I don't think I missed any questions. I just see some comments along the way. Do you guys feel like this was helpful? Do you feel like you got all the info that you wanted? Monthly, can I switch from shakes? Yes. So to be an active coach, you need to either have your shakes shipping every month or Energize and Recover. So you can, but you just need them to be on auto. So you can alternate as long as they're on auto. It's totally fine. Oh, and also like if you're going to be a good coach, like obviously you need to be using the products, right? Be a product of the product. So, you know, that's a no-brainer. Does anybody else have any questions? Am I going to actually end this just 5 minutes late? I'm pretty proud of myself about that. I really am. No? So far, so good. Shannon has a question. You type slow. That's okay. Take your time. If anybody else has questions, type away. I feel like I gave you all of like the really basic info. A big mistake new coaches make. Nicole, are you a new coach by some chance? So see you on Monday. Yes, if you're wanting to get started and you're a coach after this call, that's good because shakes I drink them but never finish bags in time. Well, Jen, that means you're not drinking them every day. For real. I'm only saying that because I know her well. I wouldn't talk like that if I didn't know her. I know her in real life too, not just as like a client. I like know her. Well, drink them every day. But yes, you can do that. You can alternate with Energize and Recover. Shakes are a freaking life changer. Like I bring them with me. I do not skip a day. Like we're in Disney, I have my shake for breakfast while they're having pancakes. Like we're in Paris, I have my shake for breakfast and then I have a latte while they're having like croissants. I don't care where I am. I have to have that shake. It gives me all of the nutrients I need and it has definitely helped me keep my weight stable for the past 2 years. Hold on. When I update, okay, hold on. Sorry. Weekends. Okay. When I update my annual subscription, I am already a coach. Do I need to cancel and redo it with a challenge pack? Shannon, I don't know what you're talking about, but just message me on like Facebook and tell me who your coach is. No, you don't need a blender. I don't bring a blender. I bring my shakes. Peppermint mocha I just use with water, but when it's another flavor, I bring PB2, my shake powder. I buy bottles of water when I'm there and I shake it and I drink it. No blender. Oh, coach discount. That's another thing. When you sign up as a coach, you get 25% off of everything. So your shakes that ship every month, 25% off. Your Energize, Recover, everything is 25% off. So that's another reason, like when you sign up to be a coach, a lot of people sign up just for the discount and that's totally allowed and it's totally okay. Like you can sign up only for the discount and it's fine. You don't have to sell anything as a coach ever and it's allowed. So, that's another huge benefit I forgot to tell you. Save 25% on everything when you sign up as a coach. So if you're someone that like gets beach bars every month, Energize, Recover, Shakeology, this is like my life. Just for the discount, it's worth it to sign up and you don't even have to do the business. And that's something you'll use when you're signing coaches up, when you're trying to build your business. I know beach bars are my life too. Those also come with me on every trip. Okay, I think I answered all of your questions. If anybody has more questions after this call, you can send them to me. If you are ready to sign up to be a coach, let me know. If you are on this call, like from another coach, I'm not from, like, I didn't tell you to be here, but you're someone else, just let me know who, and I'll help you with next steps. And everybody else that wants to sign up, send me a message. And all of you guys that want to start growing your business, on Monday we'll have a call. Okay? I think I answered everything. There's a little Q&A thing here. It worked. Okay, that's done. All right. I think that's it. So I'm going to say goodnight. I did record this, so if some of you guys started late and you want to see the beginning, it'll be posted. Okay? Good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in with me. See you soon.